stand up. What do you miss being here? Are we active? Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
There's a time to play and there's a time to be serious.
Yes,
we are done playing, no. It has ended.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Please let's put our hands together as we welcome Dr. Faith Adeyemi. Don't stop clapping until he gets here, please. Don't stop clapping until he gets here. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Faith Adewale.
It's a big house here. You guys are you're very active. I can see the energy.
Yes, sir.
What's your name? No way. You look cool. Remind me of a cartoon character. It's nice. Are we going to have our seats? Please have your seats. This sounds like a military. It's like a military zone.
Yes, sir.
This is cool. This is cool. How many are we here?
75, sir.
75.
Yes, sir.
That is crazy. That is crazy. What's your name? God's Will.
Yeah.
Dope, dope. So, my name is Dr. Faith Adewale. Ideally, I would say you probably know me from Big Brother, but most of you are boys. I don't think you watch Big Brother. Do you watch Big Brother? Exactly. But it's fine. It's a show, it's a reality TV show that they do in Nigeria, and it's pretty big. But beyond Big Brother, my name is, Dr. Faith. So I'm a medical doctor. I work at Atlantis Pediatric Hospital. And I think beyond being a doctor, there's even something more important that I really like, and I think what connects me to your amazing mind is augmented reality. So I'm an augmented reality creator, and I'm sure you've experienced augmented reality, but you probably don't know how. Every time you use an Instagram filter, that is augmented reality. Every time you use a Snapchat filter, that is augmented reality. Anytime you drive in a car that has those reverse lines, all those new generation cars, that is augmented reality. So in different ways, technology has a way of sneaking into your life. And I think it's very important what you're doing here. Let's clap for ourselves first. Clap for yourself. Like, most people at your age don't really know what they're doing, to be honest. How did you say you were again? You're 15. When I was 15, what was I doing? Okay, I don't remember what I was doing, but I don't think it was coding. But I'm very proud of you because what you're doing is very, very important. And it takes me back to how I started and why I think what you're doing is very necessary. So I saw a video on YouTube. It was a guy holding a card and something came out of the card. And I was like, what is that? What's the term? The thing I just described, where I saw a card, something came out of it. What? Magic? Yes, I felt it was magic. But there's something you say when you want to know more about something.
Wow.
Brilliant. Clap for yourselves. Curiosity. And I think that is perhaps the most important skill. It's a skill. Because many people go through life just wondering. The wind just pushes them. Very rarely do you meet people that are joyously curious about life. They want to know more. They want to know why this thing works the way it works. Why does this thing act the way it acts? And believe me, that is the most important skill you will ever have. But beyond curiosity, the problems you have in life are your advantages. Because in as much as everybody here is a boy, your experiences make you unique boys. And that is your advantage when it comes to building something. Because the way you experience life, the things that have made you you, is drastically different from the situations that have made him. The way you approach making a financial app is different from the way he will approach it. Because his experience with money might be drastically different from your experience with money. But at the same time, that problem is the reason why you're making that thing. So a lot of times you hear people say, oh, I want to make something, I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. And I always tell people, you're not looking inward. Everybody has problems. I'll give you a good example. When I was 19, I did something for Snapchat. It was my skeleton. In fact, what am I telling you? I can show you. Talk is cheap. And I think that was very important to me because it was during COVID. And during COVID, there was this experience of medical students couldn't go to school. And in medical school, skeletons are very important because you need to know every bone in the human body. So in my anatomy class, I had a lecturer called Miss Nino, and she was very particular. Like, all she used to do was, they put a skeleton in front, and they'll bring you out, and you have to name 100 bones on the spot. Like, you point, this is this, this is this, this is this. But that allows you to what? Recall. But during COVID, students could not go to class. And because students could not go to class, a lot of people didn't have access to figurine models, brain models, skeleton models. In my mind, I was like, how can I make something that solves that problem? And it was very simple. How about I use augmented reality and I bring that thing into human space? So anywhere you are in the world, a skeleton model is about $1,000 to $2,000. It's very expensive. But with technology, you can democratize things. You can make things that are not accessible to people accessible. So that was very important for me because it taught me two lessons. The first lesson was, no matter how small you think you are, the problems that you have can help you create big solutions. And, the network here is very bad. But reload, give it time. The problems that you have can help you create things. And when you see that problem, it's not just about, oh, okay, I have this problem, or I can do this. The next step is thinking. The ability to think critically is your biggest advantage too. Because while other people might have known about that problem, very rarely would you have seen people say, okay, yes, the skeleton is this, but how can I take it further? Today, Chowdeck is not just a food delivery app. Chowdeck is becoming, I will call it the Amazon of Nigeria. Nobody believes me yet, but Chowdeck is going to become the Amazon of Nigeria. Why? Because they go beyond food. They do delivery service for other things. They take people to the market for you. Now they do concert tickets. Now they do ads. I don't know, one of their last campaigns was the Valentine's Day thing too. And they did this whole really cool campaign. And the idea here is someone thought of one problem, but critical thinking takes that problem from being a one-point solution to multiple-point solutions. And that is very important because the world needs people like you who can think, who can build things. And I don't want you to be myopic. I have a small problem with Nigerian tech right now, and that problem is everybody wants to build a fintech. And it's cool, money, money, money. But I want to promise you, there are other places where you can make money. There are other places. And the harder something is, if you're able to break into that thing, you can make profit from it. For example, there's health tech. There's something called when you go to the hospital, there's a database that keeps your information. There's this website or app, it depends on what your hospital uses, that stores your information, helps doctors prescribe things for you, helps them refer you to other hospitals. It keeps a lot of data on you. Hospitals pay for that thing every month, and it's not cheap. I know it because my hospital had to switch to a new one because the one we were using before was so expensive, and it was running into millions. I'm not talking like 50 million, like hundreds of millions. Why? Because you're processing sensitive data. Now, somebody will say, oh, because everybody is making fintechs, that's where money is. No, that's not where money is. Money is there, yes, but there are other opportunities for you to create things. There's fashion tech. There's an app called DressX. You've probably never heard of it before. Do you know what they do? They make augmented reality outfits, and people pay to wear augmented reality outfits. Let me rewind that. So, see how you're standing. You put a phone in front of you. They design 3D outfits. You stand in front of your camera. They program the outfits on you, and people pay for that. I feel like a lot of times we're restricted by our environment because what you see is what you can dream of. But I need you to be able to visualize things bigger, experience things bigger, because that's how you can become different. That's how you can become unique. And that is your exact selling point. But beyond being a great coder, beyond being a great programmer, beyond working with people, that's another thing, yes. There's something about like minds. You might be the smartest person in the room. In fact, you probably are the smartest people in the room most times. But at the same time, there is something to be said about collaboration. What you know about tech might be good, but you might not have the people skills to sell your product. And it doesn't matter how good you are at building. Visibility is currency. You can have the best app in the world, but if nobody knows you have the best app in the world, what are you doing? That's the reason why people spend a lot on marketing. This is why other people come into the game. You have people that can tell a story with your app. You have people that can market your app for you. You have builders that can bring new ideas for you. So sometimes there's nothing wrong with saying, oh, I have this idea, I have this thing, talk to your friend about it. What do you think about this? How do you see this? What can we change or maneuver from here to make this better? And I think you should be very open to criticism. In fact, I have this thing I do where I go on Twitter and I look for trolls. I know it's a very bad habit, but I love trolls because it's very easy when people are saying good things about you for your head to swell. I'm looking for the bad comments. Like, that's what I'm hunting for. What is the shitty thing I've done? Why? Because very rarely, when people like you, they don't tell you your flaws. Everybody just says the nice things about you. But you're not perfect. If you're perfect, you won't be a human being. You'll be in heaven with God. The things that make you imperfect, you need to work on them. You need to work on, maybe the habits, the timing, your attitude to work, your attitude with other people. Those things matter. Your people skills. See, look, that's another thing I've learned too. People skills. It goes far beyond just, making something. And some of you will end up building things that VCs will back. And when you get to that point where VCs are backing you, sometimes the behavior you have over a plate of dinner is the difference between $1 million and $0. Somebody might just like the way you ate rice and say, I trust this guy. I'll give him $1 million. That's how life is. I have a friend called Banky. He worked on Polka. Who knows Polkadot? Yes. So he was one of the people that worked on Polkadot. Do you know, what's this called again? There's a Nigerian company that works on Polkadot. It's called Hyper something. Hyperbridge. Hyperbridge is made by Banky, those two other guys. And these boys, they had this conversation of how they raised about, I think, $4 million or so. But the situation that led to that $4 million was a tennis game. They were randomly playing long tennis at this stadium in Surulere. And they met a random guy there. They were playing the tennis thing, and they were talking about the app. And the guy was like, hey, I fuck with this. Like, tell me about the idea, tell me about this. And from there, they ended up meeting someone that could introduce them to someone, and they got back in. People skills matter. Brilliance matters. But knowing how to merge these things together are very, very, very important. But then beyond building, you also need to take care of yourself. You can't build great things if you're not alive to see them become great. And as young boys, it's very easy for you to think, I'm young, I'm playful, and nothing else matters. But it's not true. Your health is your wealth. Sleep well. Your brain works better when you've rested. I know sometimes you feel like, what's that thing again? There's this thing they call it. You're trying to be productive, and you're grinding. Grinding is cool, but if you're grinding on poor mental energy, you can't build productive things. Sleep well. 8 hours of sleep. It helps. A well-rested brain is a productive brain. You can do wonders with that. And try to eat. I know, okay, I don't know how it works here, but try to eat. Give yourself a good diet. Eat fruits. Take a walk once in a while. Keep your heart pumping, because it gets the brain flowing with blood. And when your brain is flowing with blood, you can think so much better. And it helps. But more importantly, social interaction. It's very important. Friends, the pressure of being... So I'm not saying being young doesn't come with its challenges. It does. But knowing how to share those challenges will go a very long way for you. Talk to your friends. Have productive conversations. You know, play a game once in a while. I'm very pro game, because games actually help you. Don't play games all the time. Is there a game thing here? Oh no, there's no game thing here. I thought it was like a PS5 or something here. That would have been cool. It's really, they're overdoing it here. But at the same time, once in a while, social interaction helps. Connect with people, maybe take a walk, do all those things. Health-wise, it really helps you. And I think to end this, you're the future. You will always be the future. But you can't create to that future if you don't have faith in yourselves. You need to believe in your rubbish. Like, honesty, look, if anybody can... Oh, my favorite story, does anybody know the Red app? There's this guy that built an app on the iPhone and he sold it for $1,000. Like, he paid, you know how you pay for apps? There's some apps you pay for on Apple. You should Google it. The app does nothing. It does, I need you to actually go and read about it. It does nothing. But he believed in his rubbish. And for some weird reason, people suddenly started buying it because they felt like it was a prestige. I'm not saying you should build that. No. I'm saying have faith in yourself. Because when you have faith in yourself, when you have delusional belief in yourself, other people can see it. If you don't believe in your rubbish, how are you going to get other people to believe in your rubbish? I need you to have so much faith, be so delusional about your ability to create wonders for the earth, that people hear you talking about it like, oh damn, okay, I fuck with this too. The way this guy is talking, it might be the next Elon Musk, it might be the next Bill Gates. I mean, who knows? But you tried. And I just realized all of you are wearing my favorite color. Purple, yeah. Well, I hope you're able to pick one or two things from this conversation. I hope you go on to build beautiful things. And I'm very, very excited to see what you guys come up with. Well done. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I should film this on my phone. Sorry, can you make a video? Thank you. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
I will speak first at Listen 8.
Yeah.
I was part of the planning committee that did that. So I wanted to ask that, how were you able to match two very distinct professions seamlessly? How were you able to, being a doctor and being an entertainer, how were you able to match it very seamlessly? That's my question, sir.
It's not as seamless as it appears, but I think the key there is discipline, number one, sacrifice. There are things you have to let go of. There are things that you will not, oh, I want to sleep for 10 hours. No, you can't sleep for 10 hours because you have to go and do this, and then you have to go and do that. And the unfortunate truth is, sometimes your advantage lies in merging multiple fields together. Why? Let me explain. You might be a footballer. You play football for a while, and then you're coding now. And then you're trying to rack your brain. But the solution you're meant to build is something that brings those two worlds together. And because you have a unique experience in football, you're the only one that understands how to solve that problem. But if you had not put your time in football and put your time in the coding at the same time, you would not have been able to achieve anything. So that requires discipline. Telling yourself, okay, yeah, so my legs are hurting from the football I played yesterday, but I still have to go to Bootcamp today. You have to make a choice. There's this guy, what do you call his name? Elon. I like Elon, so, I mean, he's not perfect, he has his lapses, but if you read his story, when he sold X, so PayPal was actually the X company before they sold the PayPal Mafia. When they sold PayPal, the money Elon made, do you know what he did with it? He split it in two. He put one in SpaceX and he put the other one in Tesla. He was sleeping on someone's couch. That guy made, I think it was like $8 million or 10 million. I don't remember how much he made. Do you know what it means for you to make 10? So like, imagine telling an investor, I made $10 million, but I feel like I believe in my dream so much. I'm going to put 5 million of my own money in my idea. Which investor will not invest in you? Because it's like, if you believe in the idea, how much did SpaceX IPO for? It's almost $1 trillion. It's almost $1 trillion, right? Or a couple billions. It's $1 trillion. Because what? So everybody sees the trillion. Everybody sees the big IPO. Everybody sees the unicorn. But nobody sees the sleeping on my friend's couch. Nobody sees 77 boys in a boot camp somewhere in Lekki. And that's the story. Someday, you guys will be successful and people will say, yes, it's just another rich tech guy. But that's not the true story. You made the sacrifice. And that's why it's important to do the work. So that's how I handle it. Just do the work. Okay.
Thank you very much for the address, Dr. Adewale.
Thank you.
I am very appreciative because I believe your admonition touches me personally. I'm a recently graduating doctor from the just graduated 2 days ago.
Wow.
Of Malaysia. So my question has been asked already. My question has been asked already, but I just want to use this as an opportunity to appreciate the BoyCode platform for actually bringing great individuals like you, thriving in different careers, intersections and all. And I want to thank them for the opportunity of bringing mentors that appeal to all of us with our different background. Thank you very much.
Hold on, BoyCode. Okay. Okay, you know what? Everybody talk, so let's do it one by one.
Alright, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Raphael Obedipe. I just wanted to ask if it was possible for us to connect with you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Alright.
DM me.
Alright.
I'll check. Wait, he has been raising up his hand. After him, you.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Divine Akombi, and my question is about the people skill that you mentioned. So, yes, you said that people of like minds might be the smartest person in the world, people of like minds and everything. But then, what if they are not giving you that energy? Like, anytime you plan to do something, anytime you plan that, okay, this is how it's meant to do, this is how it's ought to do, this is the time we ought to do it. They are just killing you.
They're like a
vibe.
testicle.
Yes, like a testicle, yes. Killing your vibe, and it's not giving it. So what do I do in that situation?
So, what you just said means a lot to me because that happened to me while I was in the house. So, there's a problem that people often have, and that problem is when you are like this, there's a certain approach you have to life, and people come in different shapes and forms. You people are builders, you get things done, but not everybody is a builder. And to be like you, it means that you've learned to understand that things have to be done a certain way to achieve certain results. And for a very long time, in fact, I'll tell you a funny story, but what you just said is actually what got me out of the house. Because I was upset that me and someone were supposed to do something at a certain time, and then the person was gallivanting about. And in my mind, I felt disrespected because I was like, if we've planned to do this at a certain time, and everybody has put in their efforts, why are we gallivanting? But another lesson I've learned now is humans are different, number one. And your emotional intelligence will pave ways for you. You have to, so there's this company, I think it was Flutterwave. Flutterwave was founded by GB and 2 other people. The guy, what is it? Yes, Thomason. Thomason left the company, right? But there were 3 guys that founded the company. There's one of them that left. And the reason why that guy left was simple. He said the other 2 founders started to feel like he was in control too much. And that's something that happens typically in companies. You will have disagreements. In fact, it is the disagreement that destroys most companies. Let me just bust. That's what destroys a lot of these tech companies. That founder, one of you will never be happy. He will feel like his work is not appreciated. He will feel like his effort is not being, but that is where emotional intelligence comes in. And he said, look, I left the company so it could survive. He could have said, oh, I was the one that got the VC check. And he was the one actually. But he left the company because emotional intelligence told him, look, the success of this company is bigger than my ego. I would rather this company grows and becomes a successful thing than I say, oh, I won this argument. There are times when the conversation will not go your way. There are times when people will delay you. There are times when you will be having, I don't know if you've gone through that yet, but there are people you want to have a meeting with and they will post you for 6 months. 6 months. But at the same time, you have to be able to tell yourself that, me, I know where I'm going. Maybe when it's my turn and I get what I want, I'll go and rest. That is emotional intelligence. You delay what? You delay gratification. The reason why you're angry that, oh, this person did not come at this time is because your ego is bigger than you. It is. And unfortunately, when you're a creator, your ego is very important because, yes, I made this. You should be proud of that. But at some point, you have to learn how to drop the ego and just be you. So I hope that helps.
Oh, well, because we are pressed for time,
Yeah.
we really do 2 more questions.
Okay. I feel like I've been answering from here alone. Okay. I'm coming here, final one.
Thanks, sir. My name is Penny. I have 2 questions. The first one is, you mentioned that many of these days look at fintech a lot, and that's where they put their mind on. So since you are in the health field, what are the problems that many people are not looking at that you think that should be solved? That's the first question. My second question is, I don't know if you can get a contact.
Oh, what is this meal? What are the calorific values? What are the nutrients? There's a very big thing happening in the US now where people use health apps to decide what they want to eat. We don't have that in Nigeria. And mind you, there's a big gap for that in Nigeria because a lot of women want to keep fit, they want to look nice. And those kind of apps have high usability because every time the person wants to eat, they will take your app, point it at the phone, oh, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? And you can charge subscriptions for that. You can now put, an AI guide there that will do, okay, this is what I want to look like in 6 months. And then your AI guide will do what? Will give you like a relation to this. And then you can even go crazy. Partner with HMOs and co, put points. I could give you a whole full stack app idea for this. Even patient data. There's a lot of information that people store in hospitals. They need those software to help hospitals run better. And LASSO still uses books. Who has been to LASSO before? Yeah. They still use, they use paper files. That is, in like 10, in what world are we still putting information on paper? In what world? And if you can solve for that, you don't even need private money. You take your solution to government and they implement. If you find opportunities, good. But it's not easy. You will go through hell. But if you're able to solve it, it will be yours. So yeah, I hope that works. That's it. Last one. Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. You mentioned your experience in augmented reality.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who is interested in XR before, I would love to ask what your roadmap was in Nigeria going out augmented. I don't think a lot of us know about XR, extended reality. And me personally, I think XR is the future. So I would love to know how your roadmap to learning augmented reality was.
Okay, so the way I was self-taught. There's this guy called Mark Wakefield. He's Mark Wakefield, incredibly brilliant mathematician. So he makes YouTube videos. Every day after school, I used to spend like 6 hours watching Mark's videos. And what I did was, everything Mark made, I would make. So I was just, for like a year, I was just copying everything Mark did. If Mark makes an augmented reality experience that turns the room to blue, I would make that. And I did that every day for a year. it got to a point where I wasn't hanging out with my friends because I was so obsessed with trying to figure out how to make experiences like that. But the consequence of that was, by the time I had done that for a year, I now realized that I did not have to be going back to Mark's videos to go and figure things out. Like I could look at something and be like, oh, I know how they did this. You put this together. So that was how I started. And then from there was a community, which is why community is very important. So there was a Facebook community for Snapchat. There's a Lens Studio community. There used to be Spark AR for Facebook, but they've shut down Spark AR. So they shut it down. Unfortunately, I would have said you should go there because that would have been the easiest route, but they shut it down. But there's still a community for Snapchat Lens stuff. So if you were to go into XR, I would advise that you do the Unity pathway. It's very hard. You have to learn how to code in C, do all that stuff, but it's worth it because they pay them bastard money. Like, see, the money is it's like blood money. It's good, but it's very hard. It's very, very hard. Then, so you learn the skills, you do that, and then now you have company. So Snap is releasing a pair of glasses called the Specs. So the Specs are augmented reality glasses that allow you to do a lot of stuff. You can make experiences for Specs using Lens Studio. So if you want to get easy into AR, I would advise you learn Lens Studio, learn how to make filters. Snapchat pays people for filters, actually. It's not easy. People have to use your filters. So I always like to be honest. They won't just hand you money. People have to use your filters. People have to like them. But if they're good, people will use them. Then you can now start pitching yourself to people, pitching yourself to other guys. Like, oh, here, I can make a filter for your song. I can make a filter for your company. Do that. And it gets to a point where when you're in that community and your work starts to speak for itself, Snap can actually even commission you to make things for them if it's that good. So you can go the Lens Studio route. You can also go the Unity route, learn how to do all that stuff, make your own XR app, and you never know what solution you might solve. I'll give you a good example. If you want to make an XR app, do something that gamifies fitness. So let's say, you know how people do push-ups. Look at that painting there. Imagine I'm standing here like this, and then you see the way the pattern is. Imagine you have like a rotary pattern like this, and I have to dodge the curves of something. It looks like a game, but you're forcing me to do what? To exercise. So imagine an XR app that gamifies fitness. People will pay it for the game, but they will also use it. And then you now take that XR app. So you now take that idea and you make it into something. Like, see, I could literally look at something and another idea will come. So the possibilities are endless. So I wish you success.
Let's put our hands together for Dr. Chris. So one last question from the people watching virtually.
Oh, okay.
Great. One second, please. Sorry, the network is...
It's terrible. Okay, the phone, please.
Okay, my question is in the process of believing in one's vision, have you ever encountered some barriers or setbacks due to background issues and financial status of one's home, and how did you overcome it?
Yes. Finance will be your biggest problem. In fact, it's still the biggest problem. And so wherever that person is, I feel like that is, like I always say, your problem is your advantage. You see that finance that you don't have, it is the universe way of forcing you to creatively figure out a solution. If you had all the money in the world, you would not be making that app. The reason why you are making that app is because you want to survive. And that struggle pushes your brain to the limit where it is forced to create ideas. That is your advantage. That suffer that you are suffering is your advantage. Because if there was no suffering, you would not do shit. You would not. Nobody is sitting in a Bugatti thinking of the next app to make. No. It's the hungry boy in the university with his friend, or the hungry girl in the university with her friend that is thinking, what can I do to get out of this place? Let me put two and two. So I think when you face challenges, number one is, I don't want you to see your challenges as setbacks. It's very easy for your mind to say, oh, I have a problem, it's what is making me down. If you look at your problems as downers, you would never go up. That's number one. Number two is communication. You're not alone. In this person's case, for example, let's say money is a problem. I know it's not as easy as it sounds, but sometimes, oh hey, please, I can't pay rent this month. Please, can I stop? There's no shame in begging. There's no shame. There's no shame in asking for help. The day you feel like you're bigger than help is the day you've died. Like, see, the day you feel like you're bigger than help is the day you've died. Why? Because that same person that is helping you one day might need your help too. And you can come true for them. That's the point of friendship. That's the point of, years from now, you people may not see, after this whole thing finishes, 20 children cannot play together forever. You people will be scattered. But one day, one of you will be like, I have this thing, let me call my friends in Dubai. Let me call my friend in Silicon Valley. Let me call my friend in Singapore. Why? Because of community. And that's why I'm a big fan of fighting will happen, but at the same time, find common ground. Because you never know where you need these other people from. So I hope I've been able to do some justice to that person's question.
Please let's put hands together for Dr. Faith one last time. Don't stop clapping, please.
I want to take a selfie with you guys. So, you guys will say, what do you want to say? BoyCode Africa. Okay. BoyCode Africa! I'll do that again. BoyCode Africa! That's beautiful. It was lovely to meet you.
So, Dr. Faith, on behalf of the entire faculty at the Stella Academy, and the voice of BoyCode 5.0, we just want to say thank you for spending your time today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today. We know what it's like, we understand that you're busy, but you made out time for us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too. I appreciate it. And the boy went blind. Thank you. Okay.
So just
Where?
in the middle.
I feel like I'm sweating like crazy. You can do the video on my phone too.
It's pretty much like what.
Oh, okay. I'm sweating like crazy.
Sorry, it's hot.
Sweat is temporary, steeze is eternal. Okay. Oh yeah, where is it?
Alright guys, are we active? Active! Are you sure? Are we active? Active! Say BoyCode Africa! Oh, that's too low, that's not loud. BoyCode Africa! Thank you, sir! Thank you, sir! Thank you, sir! Thank you, sir! That's for yourself. Thank you very much, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay. Mine.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. What's up?
Have a good evening, sir.
Hello.
What I say about your glasses?
Don't use your problem solving skills for evil. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
What did you look? Can we close the gap now? Is it possible? Is it possible?
Hello. Please continue making noise. Thank you. Spider-Man, okay. So look at radio. Muslims, please go and pray outside. Quietly. Why are you smiling? You're happy to pray. You're not happy to pray. Go outside. Cheers, how are you feeling? Are you active? Hello. Hello. Maziri.
Really appreciate your leadership.
Would you leg back Chris Brown? How are we feeling?
Party!
How are we feeling?
Party!
Does everybody want to go home?
No, sir.
Eh? Eh? That's right. Does anybody want to go home?
No, sir.
Does anybody want to go home tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
It's by force. It's by force. You must go home tomorrow.
No, sir.
But did we learn something?
Yes, sir.
Did we learn something?
Yes, sir.
We died together. What did you learn? Sorry.
So I learned that you should always believe in your ideas. So you might just wake up one day, have an idea, then think it's not something that will make sense when you put it out there. But when you put it out there, it will be something reasonable. You might think it's rubbish, but it might be something that will change the country and solve so many problems.
Who else learned something?
So good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I'm Elijah. So what I learned I would say from his session, it says your problem is your advantage. You know, this morning we're talking about backgrounds and all. Though most times when we see our problems, it's often the reason for our setback. But if we think deep, you know, like a man told us, like when a cup is half full, some will say the cup is half full. Some will say the cup is half empty. Others will say the cup is half full. So for most of us, the reason, because of the problem we have, that is the reason we took this decision to be here. Am I right? If everything is put together, you might not really bother to be in BoyCode. So that problem you are facing, that setback, that gadget you don't have yet, that would be the reason to bring out that unique creativity within. I would say that's what stood out for me for this session.
One clap for Elijah. One clap. One clap. One clap. One clap. Me too.
My name is Amento Mike, and one thing I will say I learned from this session is the part where he mentioned the statement, health is wealth. It means he said we should be fit, that we should exercise more, we should eat good food and be fit, that we should exercise, we should always be active, we should not be dulling in any parts, we should eat too, because good blood circulation in the brain promotes good thinking and improves our mental well-being. Because he also talked about emotional intelligence. He said that our emotional intelligence, we should always keep it under check. And we should not just leave something we're doing because we feel our efforts are not being put. We should consider the growth and everything. And that is what BoyCode is offering us effortlessly. Thank you.
All the people who don't usually talk.
Hello everyone, my name is Samuel. So what I learned from this message is that when he said no matter how big you are, the problem that you have will make you think big solution. It's just like no matter the way you are rich, no matter the way you have money, no matter the way you have standards, the problem you have will still allow you to think for big solution. Thank you.
One clap for him. One clap. One clap.
Okay, thank you, sir. So what I learned from this section is always trying to know those part of you that is not good and work towards it to be better, because there is nobody that is perfect. No human is perfect. So your ability to know that you are an imperfect man and then working to be better is good. No matter the level that you are, no matter where you are, always looking back to know, okay, what can I improve about my character and everything is always good.
One clap for him. One clap. One clap. One clap. Are we active?
Active.
Okay. Why? Is rain falling? Rain is falling. Eh? How about the pool area? Can you use the pool area? Eh? You know what? Can you listen? Can you strategically lead them to the largest room, so just pass quietly? And if you guys are there, you can't disturb the interview. I don't know how you want to do it. You're blocking there. So wait, you're like this, right? And so you should go to one of the other rooms. Strategically. Go now. This is the best you can do. Oh, welcome back. How are you feeling now? Yeah? What do you think? How is your sister? Your sister, you say she come back. They're doing an interview upstairs. So, fine. What was the question? Ask for Miss Jade. Ask for Miss Jade. Yeah, so she know that you're back. Stand up. That's my phone. We're gonna do a test real quick, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do a test real quick, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Who are those ones still talking? Are we active?
Active.
1 + 1.
2.
I just need one person to say it. Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
How active are you?
100%.
I don't believe you. Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Come on, I'm trying to find. Good thing. Are we active? Active. Are we active? Active. What is the capital of Norway? Anybody? Eh? Are you sure? Next time, if you want to answer the question, you raise your hand up. Are we active? Active. Are we active? Active. Are we active? Active. Which former American president is on the $100 bill? Raise your hand up. You only have one shot.
George Washington.
Hmm?
George Washington.
It's on the $100 bill. Yes. No, you've answered before. I need someone. What was the answer before?
I think George Bush.
Franklin Roosevelt.
George Washington.
Abraham Lincoln.
Are you sure? Yes, sir. To the room.
Hold it for me.
There's always you.
Benjamin Franklin. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The answer is what's the answer again?
George Washington.
If you think it's George Washington, raise your hand up. If you think it's George Washington, raise your hand up. If you think it's George Washington, raise your hand up. Oh. This is your final chance. You are wrong. What did you say? Eh? That's not what you said, though. That's not what you said, though. You said Franklin Roosevelt. So you didn't ask. If you said Franklin Roosevelt, raise your hand up. You are wrong. But before we continue, everyone, let's say thank you, Dr. Faith. Thank you, Dr. Faith. Don't stop clapping. Don't stop clapping. Don't stop clapping. We said George Bush. You are wrong. The correct answer is Benjamin Franklin. Who said W's? Who said W's? Sit down. Next question. How many countries are in Africa? Raise your hand up. Who? How many countries are in Africa?
54 countries.
Does anybody have a different opinion?
54 countries.
Does anybody have a different answer? 52. What are the two islands? Divine favor. Where are you? I'll get back to the answer. Next question. What is the only planet in our solar system that rotates clockwise on its axis? Do you have a different opinion? Correct. One clap. One clap. One clap. Pay attention, oh. Let us see how smart you guys are. Sharks are known to be fierce predators, but how many bones do they have in their bodies? Think about it, oh. Let me pause. Final answer. Eh? Everybody's going with him. So if he's wrong, will you?
Yes, exactly.
See, hello. Change your name. We can't have the same name and you be behaving like that. Final answer. David, what's your answer? One bone. Where is the bone? Which bone? Hello, we're here to learn. And describe it. Where is the bone? Why are you laughing? You think it's one. Where is the bone now? I didn't say the name. I'm saying where is the bone? Which part of the shark is the bone? Eh? Middle bone. You don't chop fish. The answer is 0. One clap for him. One clap for him. He was correct. Who is it? Everybody, we die here. We die here. Almost.
What's your name?
Philip. Follow him. This question requires. This not critical thinking. You know. Is either you know it or you don't know it. What is the name of the plastic or metal tube found at the end of a shoelace? Joshua, do you know it? Give him the mic. Pass the mic.
Aglet.
One clap. One clap. Everybody, have you learnt it now?
Aglet.
Please spell it. Do we all know that now?
Yes, sir.
I know you. Next question. Which continent is entirely a single country? Hello, before you answer any question, raise your hand. I don't want chorus answers. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
We do that again. Who said that? Who said that? Give yourself punishment. Very quickly. Should I give you one?
I'll start with
What's that? Spider-Man. Your duty of taking over that toilet is now transferred to him.
Thank you, sir.
Go and shake him. Hello. Instead of you to ask the one person that has the experience. So at any point, if I go there and I see that it's not tidy, I will have you to blame. Is that clear? Hello. You want more? Well, come and sit down. You see? Okay, continue. Next question. What are the names of Cinderella's two stepsisters? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Anastasia
Okay. I need the two names. Nobody knows. Priscilla. Anastasia is correct. Mandela. Anastasia and what? What do you people watch growing up? Football. Power Rangers, Abi. Oh yeah, now. Hey, hello. You watch Power Rangers, Abi? Maybe you like hardship. You just like to do hard things. Let's calm down and enjoy ourselves. No problem. Power Rangers, Abi. For those of you that watch Power Rangers, what is the name of the Red Ranger in SPD?
Jack.
The Red Ranger is Jack.
One clap. In Power Rangers Mystic Force. In Power Rangers Mystic Force, what is the name of the 6th Ranger? Pass the mic to them. Hello. No. She's not the 6th. She's their. Yellow, there's pink, there's green, there's white, and then